The popular electric crossover gets tougher, smarter, and more capable for 2025. It's hard to believe the Hyundai IONIQ 5 has only been with us for a few short years. The angular retro-futuristic EV has quickly become a common sight on roads across America, racking up awards and turning heads with its unique design. Now, Hyundai is expanding the IONIQ 5's appeal even further with a comprehensive refresh for 2025, headlined by the rugged new XRT trim. We recently had the chance to put the IONIQ 5 XRT through its paces in the varied terrain of Southern California, from twisty mountain roads to dusty desert trails. The verdict? Hyundai's popular EV is more versatile and capable than ever. The XRT trim is the star of the 2025 IONIQ 5 lineup, bringing a dose of adventure-ready attitude to Hyundai's EV crossover. It's not just for show either. The XRT packs some serious upgrades to back up its rugged looks. Most noticeable is the 0.9-inch suspension lift, which combines with model-specific bumpers to significantly improve approach and departure angles. The XRT sits at 19.8 and 30 degrees respectively, increases of about 2 and 5 degrees over the standard IONIQ 5. That may not sound like much, but it makes a big difference when tackling uneven terrain. The XRT rides on unique 18-inch wheels wrapped in chunky all-terrain tires. These provide noticeably improved grip on loose surfaces without overly compromising on-road comfort or range. Speaking of range, the XRT is only available with the long-range 84 kWh battery pack and dual-motor all-wheel drive setup. Visually, the XRT stands out with its blacked-out trim and digital camouflage front and rear bumpers. The geometric pattern is a clever nod to the IONIQ 5's signature pixel motif. Red tow hooks add a pop of color and utility. Hyundai claims they can handle up to 5,834 pounds of pulling power. On pavement, the IONIQ 5 XRT retains the smooth, refined driving experience we've come to expect from Hyundai's eGMP platform. The slight increase in ride height is barely noticeable, and the all-terrain tires produce only minimal additional road noise at highway speeds. It's when the road gets rough that the XRT really shines. We tackled some moderately challenging off-road trails outside of Los Angeles, and the IONIQ 5 XRT handled them with surprising ease. The added ground clearance, improved approach-departure angles, and grippy tires allow this EV to venture places you wouldn't dare take a standard IONIQ 5. Of course, this is still very much a crossover, not a hardcore off-roader, but for accessing remote campsites, traversing snowy roads, or simply tackling that rutted dirt driveway to your cabin, the XRT adds a welcome dose of capability to the IONIQ 5 formula. The entire 2025 IONIQ 5 lineup benefits from increased battery capacity. The standard range option grows from 58 to 63 kWh, while long-range models now pack 84 kWh, up from 77.4. Hyundai expects this to translate to meaningful range improvements across the board. While official EPA numbers are still pending, Hyundai estimates the long-range rear-wheel drive model will now exceed 310 miles on a charge, up from 303. All-wheel drive variants should see range climb from 260 to over 280 miles. The base SE standard range is expected to hit 240 miles, a solid bump from its previous 220-mile rating. Charging gets a major upgrade for 2025 as well. The IONIQ 5 is Hyundai's first model to adopt the North American charging standard port, opening up access to Tesla's vast supercharger network. This effectively doubles the number of DC fast chargers available to IONIQ 5 drivers without the need for an adapter. Step inside the IONIQ 5, and you'll find a subtly revamped interior focused on improved ergonomics and technology. The dual 12-inch screens carry over, but they've been upgraded to 12.3-inch units and now offer wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. Hyundai has wisely added physical buttons for commonly used functions like seat heating, ventilation, and the heated steering wheel. These join a relocated wireless charging pad on the redesigned center console. It's a small change, but one that makes a big difference in day-to-day usability. The XRT trim gets unique interior touches, including a black headliner, leatherette seats with a special pattern, and XRT logos, and all-weather floor mats. Two exclusive colors, Ultimate Red and Cosmic Blue Pearl, are available on the XRT. Hyundai has further refined its suite of advanced driver assistance systems for 2025. The adaptive cruise control is noticeably smoother in operation, while lane following assist does an even better job of centering the vehicle. Remote smart parking assist has been upgraded as well, and blind spot collision warning is now standard even on the base SE trim. The IONIQ 5 lineup, including the new XRT trim, will begin arriving at Hyundai dealerships this fall. While official pricing hasn't been announced, we expect a modest increase across the range, with the XRT likely slotting in between the SL and Limited trims. Thanks to production at Hyundai's new Georgia plant, the IONIQ 5 is expected to qualify for at least a $3,750 federal tax credit at launch. Hyundai anticipates additional incentives may become available in the future. Leases will continue to benefit from the full $700-500 credit passed on by Hyundai. With the 2025 refresh, Hyundai has addressed nearly every minor gripe we've had about the IONIQ 5 since its debut. The addition of a rear wiper alone will be cause for celebration among many owners. Throw in more range, faster charging, and the adventurous new XRT trim, and the IONIQ 5 makes an even stronger case as one of the most well-rounded EVs on the market. The XRT in particular fills a niche that's been largely ignored in the electric crossover segment. It offers genuine off-road improvements without sacrificing the IONIQ 5's on-road manners or futuristic style. For buyers who want to venture a bit further off the beaten path or simply look the part, the XRT is a compelling option. As the electric vehicle market grows increasingly crowded, Hyundai isn't resting on its laurels. The 2025 IONIQ 5 proves that the Korean automaker is listening to its customers and continuously refining its products. If you've been on the fence about making the switch to electric, the improved IONIQ 5, especially in its new adventure-ready XRT guise, might just be the vehicle to win you over.